There we go. Woohoo! All right. Good evening, Frank. Yeah, good evening. Frank, KG6NLW here. And tonight I'm doing something a little different. First off, I want to address the elephant in the room. Yes, I know who you are. I have not been interactive with you and or where you hang out. I refuse to stoop to those levels that you have, but I am giving you this warning. Leave my name out of your mouth. I do not bother you, I do not talk to you, and I do not interact with you. There is zero reason to have my name and my business in your mouth. I know who and what you do on air. Any shenanigans tonight will be noted, as have in the past, and will not be tolerated. It is also very, very important to note here, I know who you bully, and that makes you the smaller person in every case. This will be my only message to you, and if you think this message is about you, you might want to reconsider how you're behaving in the community. Now, now that I have the elephant out of the room, I hope, hopefully forever, we'll see, we here at Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank KG6NLW are coming to you live for the Northern California SwapNet. This is hosted every Thursday on the N6ICW Repeater System in the Northern California area. For more information, you can visit n6icw.org. If you wish to join the directed net properly, and you are within repeater range, or if one of the online connections are working, you can do so by saying the suffix of your call sign phonetically. I don't know if Echolink and IRLP are online, but if they are, feel free to join in. I will be here as long as the net's running, usually from about 0300 UTC, so in about 6 minutes here, to about 0345 UTC or 0400 UTC. We usually go a little over there. I'll be in the chat ready to answer any questions you might have. But while we're waiting for Armand to get things going here, let me bring up a couple of small things to talk about here, besides what we did already. So, for those of you that don't know or didn't know him, John Iacono, KF6VYH, Johnny Vegas, Grumpy Johnny, Johnny Grumps, Rancho Cordova John, he passed away a few months ago. He was in the hospital for a bit, and he just did not make it. His celebration of life is coming up. It is being hosted by his family. Friends only. Friends only. You are invited to come celebrate if you are a friend. If you are good friends with him, if you're cool with him and everything, you're more than welcome to come. It is Saturday, June 8th, 12 to 4 p.m. Lunch will be provided and pool will be open. If you wish to uh, come, please contact me, and I will put you in contact with the RSVP person so that they know. I don't know when the cutoff is, but I will bring that up. So there is that. Also, I am finally up to 300. Hey, it just rolled over. You guys caught that live on stream. I am now up to 326 subs. My goal is 500 by the end of June, June 30th. So hopefully I can make that, but it's all determined upon you out there in Cyberland. And that is about it, I think, for notifications. I see Simon's in the chat. Woohoo! Hi, Simon. Hope you're doing good there. And let's actually bring the chat up so that it's visible. There we go. And we're at. I thought that would take longer than it did. But if you missed it and want to replay the first 5 minutes or so of me talking, you might want to do it. It is very, very, very important. Also, yes, you'll notice something around my neck. I want to thank Chris for the. Unfortunately, it's green, so the green screen's taking it out. For the Poda bow tie. Absolutely love it, and I'm going to wear it all stream. unlike some of those boys over at Clubhouse that had to take it off. And I see Matt in the chat. Hey, Matt, hope you're doing good. Let me switch over to here. There we go. Oh, there's a little down there, but there we go. Now, if you wish to submit something to the net and you cannot get in locally, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world because buyer pays shipping unless you work something else out ahead of time. Buyer always pays shipping. You can submit a listing by using all the information above my head here in that exact format. Name and call sign, your location, item and a brief description, the price, and your contact info. It can be email, phone, pigeon, CW, doesn't matter. Just follow that information, or you can also email it to Armand, Net Control WB2ZEI, at his email, which is listed there. My microphone, almost got it. My microphone will be muted while the radio is going so that you guys can enjoy the radio audio. I will be in the chat though, so that you can we can chat away in the chat, and you'll see me making funny faces. Oh, let's change color now. It's not black, it's white now. That's interesting. So yeah, this is the new Poda bow tie. Thank you, Chris, for this one. Simon, Simon, remind me. I'll get you linked up for one. Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I was up there. Let me. Boop. There we go. I was like, why is I so high? Oh yeah, that's why. Hey Bobby, good to see you in there. Awesome, good to see you there. And let's see here. I'm not hearing anyone on the radio yet, but it's still about 15 seconds early. So I got through everything early. So that's absolutely fantastic. It was important to get through that first bit of information ahead of time because I really needed to be talked about there. Mr. Mudd, Wesley, woohoo! You're in the chat too. Oh, you're going to make me go sore from all these woohoos. Quicker than Simon, too. Let's see. Ah, it might be time. I'm going to switch over the audio, and I'll be in the chat.
Well, I just made it back from the South Bronx, and here we are on N6ICW, WB2ZEI, Whiskey Bravo Zulu Echo India. Let me get my foot on the pedal here. Yeah, all I got to do is find that pedal so I can put it to the metal. And good evening to you, Frank. And good evening to everybody on N6ICW. And good evening to everybody in Cyberland. And it's time for edition number 21 of the Northern California Swap for this May 23rd, the pre-Memorial Day edition. Well, let's see how many people will be around, considering that everybody's taking to the roads or to the skies and wherever else they're going for the Memorial Day weekend. And it's also the pre-Carmichael Elks Lodge Swap edition of the Northern California Swap Net. On N6ICW, of course, the main repeater, 147.195 from Mount Vaca, 146.94 from Chico, and 145.15 somewhere up in the Sierras in Bear Country. 147.195, of course, with a plus offset, and the other two systems on 146.94, 145.15 with a minus offset according to the ARRL band plan. And as we do every Thursday around this time, we're here to buy, sell, trade, giveaway, etc., amateur and amateur-related equipment. And of course, as we do every week, we invite one and all to check in. And we'd love to hear from you, especially if you have a listing. And if you don't, we'll still punch your ticket. You can still come on in and say hi and get to know the folks here on Frequency. But we'll give you a front row seat if you have a listing. That's what we like to see. That's what the swap is here to do. But we also like to hear from anybody else who's dialing by. Oh, let's see. How to join the net. Yeah, for all those of you who have joined, you don't have to listen right now. Go out and get something to eat or drink or something to keep you company during the swap if you like. If not, just stay right where you are. And if you're new to the net, here's how it works. When we open the net for listings, all you need to do to be part of the show, as they say, is drop in your call sign suffix phonetically, the last part of your call. Use the phonetics. We're not on CW, so letters can sound alike. That's because of the English language or vocalization. So use those phonetics. They're very helpful. So put in your call sign suffix, wait to be recognized, and when you are, come back and give us the following information. First, give us your full call sign. Again, use the phonetics. Then your first name, your location, and then the longest list that you can assemble of items like you'd like to buy, sell, trade, give away of amateur and amateur-related equipment. And that covers a pretty broad spectrum of things that are related to amateur radio. Of course, we can't sell your Mercedes-Benz with a mag mount on top. So, you get the idea. But, or your 4,000 square foot house with a, 80-foot tower in the backyard. So, some of it's ham related, but some of it isn't. Anyway, but most of you, or if not all of you, know the parameters of buy, sell, trade, give away. So make that list. Let us know what the items are all about. Give us some description of the items you have or that you want. If you're selling, let us know the price you want for them. Also, let us know if they're their best offer or what you're trading for, etc., etc. You set the guidelines. Also, let us know if you are willing to ship the item, or do you want somebody to stop by your house and pick it up, or will you drive someplace to meet somebody to make that exchange? So you can set those guidelines as well. And if you'd like to include the shipping in your price, just say that, includes shipping. And let's see, what was the other thing that I was going to say? I don't remember. Anyway, after you've done all that, give us your contact information, because that's the important thing to have. Telephone number and or email address, and then end your transmission with your call sign, just to keep the guys in Washington happy. And then during the net, you can allow you to call a station that maybe just made a listing. If you have a question that wasn't specifically answered, you're curious about something, your call sign, we'll turn it over to you, and then you could call the station that just made a listing and ask. You could also call a station that you hope or think might be to chit-chat someplace else. Or you can pass a quick bit of traffic to that other person, and it does not have to be net related. And if you're out and about and you see something that requires the assistance of amateur radio, say break or priority, followed by your call sign, will immediately bring the net to a screech halt and find out what's going on where you are, and find out how some or all of us or the particular people can help fix that situation. And if you have a question about a listing, you might have missed a telephone number, call sign, model, price, etc., you can ask me. I write down all the listings that we get. Hopefully we will. And so I write them down, and we will also review them at the end of the net. But if you want to pounce on something, just ask, because if you missed a phone number, you can't call them, can you? Or an email address or something. You can just ask. Also, if you have a question about amateur radio, a good place to ask. Some of the folks around here know a lot of stuff, and we can tap into their knowledge and experience and see what their feelings or their opinions or the facts that they may have that answer your questions. And of course, we always want to recognize the great efforts of Chris, N6ICW. The repeater bears his call sign and his mark as well. And he's been doing this for, like 35 to 40 years, serving the amateur radio community in Northern California with a high-level system with receivers, remote receivers in strategic locations, all accessible via a voting system. And no, you can't mail in your ballots early. You can just key your microphone, and it will elect the receiver that you are most powerful into. No slippery fingers. Anyway, so he does, and along with the control group, does a great job in keeping the repeater going in, as we know, heat, cold, snow, fire, wind, everything that affects all the various sites that N6ICW cohabits or habits. Sometimes that mountaintop can get pretty cruel, but he's always ready to take on the challenge. So we always thank Chris for the great job he does along with folks who help him out. So that's about how it works around here. Also want to thank Frank, that rhymes, and KG6NLW for the cyber portion of the Northern California swap, broadcasting the swap on all the various media platforms, Twitter with all the canaries, and all the social media stuff. So we'll get a report from Frank and see how many people are watching, listening, and raising their thumbs or whatever they're doing out there. And remember, if you want to put a listing here on the net, you do have a conduit straight into the net through KG6NLW, and you're in the chat. We haven't gotten a listing from the chat yet, so that'll be a first. So jump on that one, and he will relay that in since I don't have access to that. I have enough problems keeping my note taker going, nevertheless, with a computer in my ear as well. So we'll delegate that to the Research and Development and Media Department of the Northern California swap. Anyway, enough prattling from Armand, Whiskey Bravo 2, Zulu Echo India, in the Arden Arcade area of Sacramento. Let's open the net and see who's going to be with us tonight. And remember, list your stuff, make some money, and then go out to the Carmichael Elks Lodge swap that I'm sure John will remind us about. And then, Frank, while your hands are idle, I understand there's another swap going on someplace down south. And if you want to look up Whiskey 6 Tango Oscar, W6TO.com, and I believe that the club is talking about a swap that they're going to be doing, but I don't remember which club it was. Heard about it on the West Coast swap service. That's going to be this Saturday. So it's a swap Memorial Day weekend, Saturday in some faraway place, and Sunday right here in Carmichael. And on Monday is a day of rest, and Tuesday back to work. So to work we go. WB2ZEI with the NorCal swap. Who's going to be with us tonight?
November Lima Whiskey.
Romeo? Alpha. Yeah. Jack Daniels.
Lima Whiskey.
Pepper Jack. Woo! Okay. Let's see if I can get them all. Well, we'll check in with Frank first. I heard John and Tango Romeo, and I hear Bill. And hopefully I didn't leave any. LW. What's up with you, Frank? WB2ZEI. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, Armand and Annette. Let's see here. Currently have 15 people watching. Amon, M7ICW is in the chat. We have Reno, the Bay Area, British Columbia. We did have Saskatchewan in the chat, but I think they left. I saw West sneak in and out there. Mike, I don't know where he's at tonight. He's the traveling ham. And Prep Ham Paul's down there. Actually, no, Prep Ham Paul's in Japan right now, if I remember right. So, there we go. And then we have KD9WNV in the chat. I have a couple announcements, and I'll make it short and quick, but let me reset real quick. Alright, there's the beep for the reset. Saturday, June 8th, so I think I have one more swap net that I can talk about this on, is John Iacono, KF6VYH, Johnny Vegas's Celebration of Life. For more information, please email me or contact me somehow. I am good on QRZ. I will give you the details in order to RSVP at that time. I am not putting those details out on air for very strict reasons, and I will leave it at that. The second announcement is the VVRC swap last Saturday was small and intimate, but absolutely fantastic. El Presidente Servando, K6SRV, let me know that there were 15 people selling, and it sounds like there were a handful of buyers there too, and they raised just over $2,000, I think he said, for the club. So that's something like that, you know. The 2K was a massive number for the 15 people that showed up to sell. So with that, there's currently 15 people watching, 26 minutes. N6ETR has a listing or listings for you. So I know it might be out of order, but I might want to remember N6ETR. He probably is listening there. With that, Armand, back to you, and I will be here doing research on Whiskey 6 Tango Oscar. I hear about that.
Yeah, I think Larry W6WUH mentioned that. Okay, yes, we definitely want to get Dan's listing. Oh yeah, I guess that was the TR that I heard. Alrighty, you know, I think he was right after you. So very good. Wow, I think maybe we have more people watching than we do on the radio, but you never know how many people are on the radio. You know, they can just be out there and, you know, listening, but we don't know their ears are there unless they speak up. But anyway, very good. Thank you, Frank. Thank you for all you do to keep the media side going. Let's Al is in there too, K6AAI. So we got a bunch of folks here we'll get to. Let me get to Dan first, because I did hear him, I believe, right after you, the Tango Romeo. N6ETR, Big Dan, go ahead.
Hey, Hey, good evening, Armand and the group. This is Dan, November 6th, Echo Tango Romeo, down in South Vacaville. Good to hear everyone on here tonight, and I hope you're doing well, Armand. I do have 3 listings for you tonight, whenever you're ready.
Oh, I love those words. Yes, I'm all ready.
All right, so I'll go ahead and break between the 3 and give my contact info at the end. We'll start with the K4 KIO hex beam, the 20-meter hex beam assembly. Accessories include 10-meter add-on and 6-meter add-on and half-inch snap Ballon kit. This is a new in-box assembly. I've only had it out for inventorying sake. Current price on these items new would be $681. And I'm asking for $500, and I'm relatively firm. The company is still in business, and so you can expand to 12, 15, and 17 meters through their website if you'd like.
Okay, let me get this all down. Let's see, 10 and 6 meter add-on kits. And what was it? Snap-on Ballon kit?
Yes, sir. They have a half-inch one kit. I believe that's for the larger coaxes, but you'll want to double-check their website, or the potential purchaser would.
Okay, and so this hex beam, which bands will it operate on?
So this listing will include 20 meters, 10 meters, and 6 meters. And it is expandable for, I believe, 12, 15, and 17, but you'd have to purchase those.
Okay, yes, you did say that. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, and I got the price. Okay, and next?
All right, listing number 2 is for 50 nominal feet of truss tower. I believe it's Roan 25. I compared it against Roan's product cut sheets. They are used tower sections, so the galvanizing is, it looks aged, but there's no sign of rust as far as I can tell, and the sections look pretty straight to me. So that's 4 10-foot intermediate sections and 1 9-foot 9-inch top section with what I believe is a rotor plate, and I'm asking $250 for the lot.
Okay.
And listing number 3 is a Yaesu Foxtrot Tango 2900. For those unfamiliar, that is the George Foreman 2-meter single bander. I say just and does not utilize electric fans. Great for hamming in the elements. It comes with a microphone, desktop legs, mobile bracket, harness. There's something wrong with it. You might have to replace that if you choose to use an external microphone. It puts out excellent power, 75 watts out, I believe, is the advertised power rating.
I have something pulled up on my screen. If you're still watching, feel free to respond to it in the chat. It's more or less directed at you. Thank you.
Let me see. Okay, oh yes, the mic, the desktop legs, the mobile harness, and something else for mobile use. What was the other thing?
I'm sorry, it's the mobile installation it to a dashboard. And then the wiring harness, external speaker jack is bad.
External speaker, okay. External speaker jack. Okay. Okay. I got it. And 120 on that, right?
Might.
Okay.
The email address is numeral 4, Romeo, Uniform, November, November, India, November, numeral 4, Lima, India, Foxtrot, Echo, Google Mail Service. So that's 4 running, 4 life at gmail.com.
Okay, do you want to give a phone number?
I would prefer email address only. If folks have trouble copying that, I am good on Z. My call sign is November 6, Echo Tango Run.
Very good. Thank you, sir. And let me read this back, make sure I got it all okay. Number 1 tonight, we go with 3 items on this 23rd of May, November 6, Echo Tango Romeo. That's Dan in South Vacaville. And Dan has a K4KIO, Kilo 4, Kilo India Oscar hex beam, presently for 20 meters. He is also including a 10 meter and 6 meter add-on kit, and it is expandable to other HF bands. 12, 15, and 17. You'll have to buy those expansion kits through the company. It also includes a 1/2-inch snap-on Ballon kit, and it's just like brand new in the box. He opened it up only to take inventory on it. Otherwise, it's never been used. The regular retail price is $681 for all the things he's included, and he would like $500. Again, presently it operates on 20, 10, and 6 meters, and it is expandable through beam from K4KIO. Beam on. He's got a 50-foot truss tower section. Looks to be equivalent, if not actually, round 25 sections. There are 4 10-foot sections and 1 9-foot 9-inch section. That's the top section, and it comes with the rotor plate, so ready to put that hex beam on. And he is also offering a Fox Tango 2900 by Yesu, and he calls this the George Foreman 2-meter monobander. I hope it doesn't get that hot. It comes with a microphone, desktop legs, mobile bracket, and wiring harness for the mobile. And he says the external speaker jack, if you're going to use an external speaker, might have to be replaced. That's up to you, but the radio does work fine if you need an external speaker. Now it puts out 75 watts. That's very respectable power on 2 meters. And he'd like $120, $120 for the Fox Tango. Numeral 4, and the word runnin', like RUNNIN, without the G, running, at gmail.com. So that's numeral 4, runnin', RUNNIN, the number 4, life, at gmail.com. And if you can look up November 6th Echo Tango Romeo.
That's assuming QRZ behaves itself.
Yeah, in shape. We'll give it a couple of smackdowns. Alrighty, Dan, do we miss anything?
No, sir. It sounds A-okay to me. Thank you very much for reading my listing, Armand, and I hope you have a...
Dan, and Gary's acknowledged. Alrighty, let's see. Next up, the big JD, J6JD. Go ahead, John. WB2ZEI with the NorCal swap.
Well, thank you, Armand. Excuse me. Should have had my voice cleared after all that time. Anyway, I'm excited. Hell, I'm hopping up into the lodge and have everything all set up so Sunday morning everybody can arrive. So, and you know, I was just doing some math on that swap, a couple of $1,000 on 15 vendors. That's close to $130 a spot. We're a lot cheaper than that, Armand.
Yeah. So they must have had some donations or something. But yeah, John's that Carmichael swap is much cheaper than that. Although I don't know how much they were charging for $6,000 figure or close to it anyway. But that's good work.
I think Dan might know if he's still in here.
Hey, you like the song goes. Anyway, you can keep a ham club finance contributions for the lodge. Only $10 for a space out there at Carmichael Elks. And of course, this is the famous Carmichael Elks Lodge ham swap coming up on the Sunday prior to Memorial Day. That's this Sunday, May 26th. And for all of you vendors, come on out and spend your $10 at 6 o'clock if you want. And all you buyers, 7 on, and all kinds of your breakfast favorites, Nanette, and bringing them to the booths if you guys don't get up there early. Anyway, all the usual fun and people out there, and I just can't express strongly enough how much I'm looking forward to seeing you guys out there. So come on out and say hi to me. I'll be running. And if you got questions, if you want to be there, if you want to just call up and yak with me, you can reach me on my cell phone, 9980. That's 916-616-9980. Anything about the swap, or if you just want a decent look at your philosophy of life, I'll take a look at that for you. JJ6JD, looking forward to seeing you this weekend.
Hey, John, I think that was total sales for the 2K.
I got a comment. Uh-oh. All right. I hear Mitch in there, too. Okay, before everything gets away from us, all right, John, very good. Remember, mark that address or GPS, at the corner of Cypress and Hackberry. I believe John had mentioned the south parking lot. So if you're selling and running, be there at 6 a.m. And if you're buying, getting a little more extra sleep out there, be there around 7 o'clock or 10, 18 weensy bit before, and a good time will be had by all. Somebody has a comment. I hear that. Hang on.
East parking lot is for buyers. So now you know everything. I can sleep in and don't have to be there, right?
Wrong. I stepped on you. Say that again, John.
No, I stepped on you. I was being rude. I apologize. No, I just said that you were right, that the south facing for sellers between Hackberry and the motor hung Hackberry, the east side of the parking lot, is for all of you buyers. You bring your shop. Anyway, I'm just peddling and enjoying it. So, KJ6JD, and thank you for filling in the address. 5631 Cypress is correct for you GPS people. And right on corner, Hackberry. I'll look forward to seeing you. KJ6JD.
Alrighty, and if you do have any questions, again, John's phone number. Don't barrage him, but 916-6.
I'm still here, just taking care of a couple things.
And let's see. I want to pick up Bill too. Bill is there, Al's there, Gary is there. Before we do that, Mitch, WUNQ, what's your quick comment?
Armand, I totally have much respect for you. Thank you. It's on, I think it's Saturday. No, Sunday. If in fact they have like that hot coffee in ham radio, and that's
Woohoo! See you, Simon.
there on Sunday for Catch My Eye. So John Mitch, WUNQ, I'm here in Valley Springs, California.
Alrighty, Mitch, you're back on the home turf in Valley Springs, so all you got to do is slide down. And you don't even have to get there like 3 days ahead of the time, like all the big rallies that are going on around the country. Hey, and then, of course, we'll get to Al and Gary as well. Bill, KJ6WJ, WB2ZEI, go ahead.
Oh, okay. It's KJ6WJ, Bill in Rockland. And still have the hex beam, meters 15, 17, and 20. And I'm going to bring that down to the Carmichael swap. Some assembly required. But I'll bring it down so everybody can look at it. It's the VHQ rated at 3,500 watts. I'm going to bring that one down. I'm also bringing down a Comet CHA 250HT. It's a vertical, low power with 250 watts. And a few other goodies. So I'm not really kind of advertising. I just say, come down to the swamp and I'll at it. Then make up your mind. But it's some good stuff. And, anyway, she's joking, but anyway, I got some other goodies there, so, Jay.
Alright, well, we'll take that as a kind of a sort of a... Alrighty, yeah, thank you, Bill. Bring your good intentions and your wallet because, good intentions don't pay the bills. Anyway, thank you, Bill. And, good luck on Sunday. Hopefully you will do well with that, and that hex beam is a good deal. I don't know what the new price will be, but that's not a cheap antenna. I think Bill was selling it like at half price almost, they say. Any other comments, Bill?
No, I think that's about it, other than getting up and getting down there at that time of morning. But anyway, all preloaded tonight before, so yeah, I'll have it there if somebody's ever seen one actually up, see how well that thing's built.
Okay, yeah, a very rugged antenna. Thanks, Bill, and good luck on Sunday. KJ6WJ, WB2ZEI, and Al, are you waking up early Sunday? K6AAI, WB2ZEI, go ahead.
Oh, sure. No, I will be there. I mean, it's what, a 3-minute, well, no, a 5-minute drive from my house. It's not like going to Lincoln or Loomis or something like that. So, oh, sure, I'll be there. And that's right around the corner from Bel Air, so you can pick up a donut and coffee. I'll be there. One thing I want to say is that if anybody has anything that they want to sell and they'd like to put it on a website, well, I started this little website, and it works for one guy. What do you call it? Jim sold his amplifier on it. So it's at radioqsl.com/swap. Just like this place is swap. And I should make it called swap.net. But I did. It's radioqsl.com/swap. How I'm going to organize this. If I get anybody who wants to do it, you can get, of course, a free listing on QRZ. I don't know how good those are, or maybe EHAM will also. But I'll do a nice job if you send me 2 or 3 pictures, and you can tell people that you're on. Easy how to get to it. Your link, but at any rate. It's just a thought, and just kind of a fun thing I do. It's not I don't put up a really big website, so it's not a big deal. So, any rate, that's all the news I can think of to tell you tonight. So I'll see you on Sunday, K6AAI.
Alrighty, thank you, Al. And yeah, if you have any, if you check that, if you look at your site, and you ever want to put them on the air, I don't always get to the computer, and otherwise, I'd be more diligent and look at the website and write them down and put them on the air here. But feel free to put listings that arrive at that website here on the NorCal Swap as well. Thank you for that, Al. Alrighty, K6AI, WB2ZEI to N6ICW, and Gary, your turn, WA6FGI, WB2ZEI. Go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, and good evening to you, Armand, and everybody else on the net. WA6FGI here. Just been a good day. I don't have anything to sell. I'm pretty well got my station set up, and I still got that Icon V86. I'll take $75 for it. It comes with a spare battery. It's a drop-in charger. It's a 2-meter handheld monoband, and it's got what we call the long duck antenna on it. I still have the programming sheet, and it programs up very easily. That's kind of unusual for ICOM. You don't need to buy any RT system stuff for it. Let it go for $75, cash on the barrelhead. My call sign, Whiskey Alpha 6, Foxtrot Golf India, and name is Gary. And give me a call, pick up only, 916-344-7571. How copy, Armand?
Alrighty, Gary, I got it. Cut and paste, and we'll review that. Number 3 today, and I didn't read Bill's a little listing sort of, so I'll do that too. Let me go back to that. So number 2 today, which we didn't give proper spotlighting to, KJ6WJ. Bill is in Rockland, and he's going to be bringing some stuff to the Carmichael hand swap, and that stuff includes a VHQ hex beam, and is operational between 2 meters and 20 meters, and he's going to break it down, put it in his Jeep, so when you get it home, some assembly may be required, but you can look at it up and close at the swap. So this is a VHQ heavy-duty hex beam that'll be there at the swap, and it'll handle 3,500 watts, and he will also have a Comet Charlie Hotel Alpha 250 Tango vertical there on display that will handle 250 watts. So look for Bill if you're interested in some antennas at the Carmichael swap. And WA6FGI, Whiskey Alpha 6 Fox Golf India, is number 3. That's Gary in Sacramento, and Gary has an India Charlie Victor 86, an ICV86. This is a 2-meter monoband HT. Comes with a high-capacity battery and a drop-in charger. Also included is a long duck antenna with a manual, and the price is now $75. And this is a pickup item at Gary's place in the North Highlands area. And you can contact Gary about it and arrange to go pick it up if you're looking for a monoband HT, some maybe primary 2-meter radio. Sure beats a Bowfang. 916-34. Again, 916-344-7571. Remember, you get what you pay for. So, yeah, all these $5 Bowfangs floating around out there. Anyway, so maybe they should put them in vending machines soon. But this is an ICOM IC Victor 86. Nice 2-meter monoband HT. And you can talk to Gary about it. Again, 916-344-7571. Anybody else for the net tonight?
OGX here. Not sure if you can read me. I'm on a 5-watt handheld. Whiskey 6 OGX.
Yeah, how you doing, Ross? A little soft, but speak softly and carry a long rubber duck. That's what they say. So, how you doing? And you're going to be coming down this way for the Memorial Day weekend. Do they give you enough days off to be able to do that?
Oh, yeah. Well, I get to take as many days off as I want to because it's our positional group, so we make the rules and we take what we want off. But anyways, yeah, I was on call last night and had a couple of patients who needed to have surgery, so I just got home now. And let's see. I'm not sure if I'm heading. Yeah, we're heading up to the hills for sure. And I've got tomorrow off. There you go. How about that? I took tomorrow off, and I'll have Monday off. So I still haven't figured out if I'm heading over to the ham swap or not. Back to you, and I got one more question.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you're up in the cabin, I don't think you'd probably want to come all the way back down and go back up again. And your other question?
Yeah, I was just curious about that hex beam. Is that the same hex beam that was for sale maybe a few weeks ago? And is price the same, or has the price gone down, or what? Do they have a price on it yet?
Okay, well, on frequency, we have Dan, November 6 Echo Tango Romeo, who is in South Vacaville, but the hex beam, and Bill, I think you're thinking of Bill, KJ6W Bill, not sure what, or it'll be different at Carmichael or not, but I believe the last price that I have was, well, let's see, let me find it here, hang on. HQ hex beam, it's the light new 320 through 20 meters, 8 pounds on a 5.4 square feet of wind load on the ground, ready for pickup, and he had one at 70. Dan's antenna may be the same, however, you're going to have to add a couple of those expansion kits, which I'm not sure the cost of those, but it sounds like the same, might be the same antenna. Dan, VHQ also, I'm not sure if hex beam is just a generic name or if that's a, still with us, Dan?
Hi, Armand. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm in the backyard. This is Dan, November 6 Echo Tango Romeo. This beam antenna is a design. My hex beam is from K4KIO Industries.
Is that right? I should have thought about that before I opened my big old mouth. Yeah, this, and the other one is the VHQ Ross. So you probably have to read about them. I'm not sure what the difference is, but I don't know what Bill will do on the VHQ price. I don't know. Bill, are you still with us?
Yeah, I just got back in for KJ6WJ.
Okay, Ross, then talk to Bill.
Hey, I'm just curious. I'm not a firm buyer or anything like that. I was just curious. I know it was listed a few weeks ago, but I was curious if the flip-flop or even listing it for a different price now.
No, it's just lower off, but not much. I paid $800 for it, so it's one that will survive. It's made in New England. The guy who makes it, he was at the Dayton Ham Fest and had him up there. He touts being heavy duty. You're not going to blow away that thing's built. So anyway, I only had it up 30 days. So and the neighborhood didn't appreciate it. So anyway, it's really a nice antenna. But anyway, that's the as much I have. You'll have it down on the table. Take a look at it. KJ6WJ.
A few more questions. And that's the Bravo Whiskey Golf Alpha Sierra email.
BWGAS@hotmail.com.
Okay, thanks much, and take care. Maybe I'll see you at the swap.
Good. Yeah, Dan, sorry about that. I'm not familiar with too much much with hex beam, so now I know. You always get move along. Thank you. Yes, that was the K4KIO versus the VH. You don't read, they don't have access to all the nice advertising. So, because people don't like ads, but I do, because you learn a lot from looking at the ads. Alrighty, very good. Thank you, Ross, and enjoy your weekend. And I'm glad you don't have to be in tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you get to sleep in over this long. Anybody with the NorCal swap?
Research and development.
Okay, Steve, got you. Frank, what you got to say?
I looked up that swap, all the info. Whenever you want it.
Okay, let me see what Steve's doing, and then we'll get some more info. Yeah, that's right. Now that I remember, my old aging brain, the Fresno amateur radio down there in Fresno. Steve, KE6LQJ. Hi, Steve.
Good evening to Armand in the net. Kilo Echo 6 Lima, Quebec, Juliet, Steve. Nothing for the net, just thought I'd check in.
All right, check. Got you in there, and you thinking about heading over to Carmichael on Sunday?
It depends. The stepdaughter is staying with us, and so it depends on what that entails.
Yeah, maybe Mama don't want to wake up early when Steve's moving around and getting ready. Alrighty, well, enjoy the weekend. People will be having a good time, I hope, at either one of those two swaps or doing something else. Thank you, right?
That is correct. We're week 3. I'm getting used to it. It's difficult getting out of that routine of having. Well, I get up early anyway, but having not to go to work. So anyway, thanks a lot. You guys have a good evening. Kilo 6, Lima, Quebec, Juliet.
Working. It's something to get used to again, or not again, at least for the first time, that you don't have to go to work anymore. Thank you, Steve. Thanks for sharing party evening with us. KE6LQ. Frank, what's up in Fresno? Tell us about Fresno, if you would.
All right. You got the call sign right, so it's really easy to remember. If you want more information, go to w6to.com. Whiskey 6 Tango Oscar Whiskey 6 Tango Oscar.com. Slow down and say it slowly, right, Armand? But this Saturday, May 25th, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Admission is free. Forever better than Carmichael? No, Carmichael's the best, right, John? The address, 2944 Phillip Avenue in Clovis, California. And again, this is all up on the front page of w6to.com. Back to you, Armand.
Yeah, well, you never know. Maybe they have the site donated or anything like that. Does it say what's at that address, Frank?
It looks like it's a big facility of some sort. There's a pool care store, telecom. There's open gate to the swap meet in the back lot. But as I said, more information can be found on W6To
Okay, so that's down in Clovis. Okay, very good. Alrighty, thank you for that. Courtesy of W6WUH on the and give folks more of an opportunity to get together, sell and trade equipment. You know, we have the VVRC, that's new. Dixon, oh yeah, that was the one in Dixon, and the one in Fresno. I don't know if it's their first one, but yep, people are jumping on the bandwagon, so that's a good bag. And this weekend is Carmichael, and the 5th through June 2nd is the CPAC Ham Fest in Seaside, Oregon. So that's coming up too, and also N7RCA, Brad's Radio Ranch in Minden. Can't forget that one on his nice piece of land out there in Minden. That's going to be happening on June 1st, and you can get information at November 7 Romeo Charlie Alpha and 7RCA.com. So, yep, it's keeping those exhibitors and the hams hippity hopping all over the place for all these swaps. All right, anybody else with any other information or wanting to check into the net tonight?
KM6MRU.
All right, KM6MRU. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Armand. I don't have a listing tonight, but I just want to say I listen all the time. I check in maybe once a year just to say hello, and I guess this is it. But yeah, saying hello to everybody out there who might know me, and even those that don't. But yeah, no listing, just saying hello. Thanks for letting. Name is Chris, and I'm in Benicia, California.
Hey, Chris.
Good evening, Frank. I hear you, and thanks for helping out with the net and stuff. I'm not on the digital, but analog.
And, well, you know, like Derek, just punch my call sign into YouTube, all past swaps. So if you miss them, you'll be surprised.
Good to hear you. Haven't talked to you in a while, but I'm out here usually on 5-2. You know me.
Of course. Thank you, Armand. Back to you.
All right, good, Chris. Now, I'm trying to think I forgot his name while I was call signed. I think it was a KG6. And I don't remember his call, but I think his name was Ed in Benicia. And I think he was a boater, with either a motor or a sailor, I'm not sure, but I think he moved away. Did you know? I think his name was Ed.
You're thinking KG6OQK, Ed. Last I heard of him, he was in Washington State, maybe Canada.
Yeah, that's right, Frank. KG6OQK. You're 100% on target.
I actually am in contact with him. If you want, I'll tell him you say hi.
Yeah, of course. Yep. Say hello to him, and thank you. Now that means, you're like Punxsutawney Phil. We got to for you to see your shadow again.
Copy that.
I should check in more often because I really enjoy listening, and lots of folks out here I kind of know and have talked to. But gosh, I never sell anything. I buy stuff, but I don't sell a thing. Anyway, that's just me. Thank you guys for running it. It's always a good listen. KM, good evening to you, Mitch. Great to hear you. Good signal from Valley Springs there, and sounding good.
Thank you, Armand. Yeah,
Big resonance unit. There's your call sign, phonetics.
What's that, John? What resonance unit?
No, I just heard his call sign, and I just immediately thought magnetic resonance unit. KJ6JD.
Yeah, it sounds like something in a hospital, right? Yeah, magnetic resonance unit. Yeah, I'm going down for my MRU. All right, Chris. Yeah, well, we all do that. We always listen, and there's a lot of things that I listen to that you hidden, and you don't come out too often. And then there are those that come out. So those are the ones that make the thing go, not the ones who sit back and listen. But say howdy, and that's what makes it go round. KM6 MRU. Thanks, WB2ZEI.
Yeah, thanks again, Armand. I appreciate it, and yeah, good to hear you guys. So I decided to do it. Our listings were already after 9 o'clock. KM6 MRU 73, everybody.
I'll say this real quick, Chris. If you want to hear how well you're getting in the Cloverdale, just go to live. You came in about an hour and 10 minutes into tonight. 05 and 20 seconds at the beep. There you go.
Yeah, you're right. Little hard. All right, Chris. Thank you. And don't be a stranger. You come when you can. That's the great thing about a break or whatever. Amateur radio. My niece got me a little shirt that says amateur radio, the original, something like the original social media, and so that's about what it is. We were doing it long before all these computer people were doing it, back in the 20s and 30s. So there you go. Alrighty, thank you, Chris. You, WB2ZEI. Anybody else?
Just a quick question for you, Armand, and apologize for keep busting in here, but are you going to be at Carmichael this weekend?
Well, people ask me that, and I say, my car, I don't, doesn't, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think so, but, it is.
Well, if for some oddball reason you get the opportunity, yeah, it'd be really good to see you. But anyway, yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is really cool is that, Chris, it's not often I get to hear Chris. Sometimes I'll hear him sporadically. Chris couldn't get any cool unit. That's just too cool. Armand?
Well, I hope it's working up to par. Yes, and him and, of course we all know, not all of us, but some of us have we know Derek, who rules from the mountaintop. K6DJ2 from the higher top. So, yeah, there are those, and although I think people had a lot more animosity towards him because he just hogged up the hog up the frequency. So I'm not sure if he was very well liked. But then there was another guy up in, I don't know, 500 watts or something on Front Place. Anyway, but, that's good to hear, Chris, and everybody here on the net and all over the bands. Thank you, Mitch. Anybody else as we contemplate winding it down?
Romeo Oscar.
And KM6ZRO, Mr. Rick, how are you? Did you get your hands on that amplifier yet?
Yes, sir.
And?
Of course, I haven't tested it out yet, but it looks great, and the fellow at the gym was a great guy. The sale was very smooth, and thank you very much for helping to facilitate that all.
Yeah, well, now you just have to... You're giving you a hard time. You'll get to it. Listen, there's things that I have that I haven't even touched. So, why do we do that? I don't know, but we do. But, put that on the air, and you'll enjoy it, Rick. I'm sure it'll make things more accessible. You caught it. You caught the big fish. Thank you, Rick. KM6ZRO, good luck with it. WP2ZEI.
Thank you, Armand.
Okay, well, looks like it's let's read the couple of listings that we were able to collect since the 8 o'clock hour, and then that'll be that. Number one tonight, November 6th, Echo Tango Romeo N6ETR, Dan in South of Vacaville, is offering a hex beam, and this one is manufactured by Case 4, KIO, Kilo 4, Kilo India Oscar, and this hex beam presently operates on 20 meters, and he's also including 2 add-on kits for the hex beam, a 6-meter add-on kit, and also he is including a 1.5-inch snap-on Ballon kit, and it's just about brand new in the box. He took it out of the box to inventory it. He also has, let's see. Okay, so he says that if you want to add the other bands, like 12, 15, and 17 meters, you can buy those expansion kits. Regular retail price of all of the things that he has, when you add it up, is $681, and he would like to offer this for $500. $500 for the hex beam with the 2 add-on kits, and snap-on balance kit. So $500 for that. And to go along with it, if you like, is to be round 25 or equivalent. They're truss tower sections, TRUSS, and there are 4 10-foot sections and 1 9-foot 9-inch section with a rotor plate, and he would like $250 for that. And he also works with a phone, desktop legs, and a mobile bracket, and a mobile wiring harness. And he says that the external speaker jack on the radio might have to be replaced if you're thinking about maybe using it when you place that jack. However, it is a 75-watt radio, which is respectable power, more than for 2 meters, so it'll put out a nice hefty signal, car or the house, with a nice base antenna. And he'd like $120 for that. $120 for the Fox Tango 2900. And you can get a hold of Dan, email address, UNNIN, for the numeral 4 again, life. So, for running for life. And Chief Dan is after you. You better run for your life. Anyway, talk to Dan about any of these 3 items, or if you didn't get a chance to write that down, you can, for Run for Your Life to QRZ, and look him up. Write down his email address in a more, in a less chaotic way. There you go. For running, for life.
Armand, that's back when they made...
Yeah, like the big Motorola Motrax. Just put it on your back and run.
Exactly.
Yeah, 110 watts in the trunk, right?
The trouble is, you got to carry the batteries. WA6FGI.
Who was number 2 tonight?
Yeah, Gary, I got to tell you, that makes me think of the garden cart that my wife bought me, because I saw one of these at Field Day many years ago, and I thought, oh, wow, that is a really neat little garden cart, because somebody had a whole mobile little setup in this garden cart with big rubber wheels and handle like a wagon with drop-down sides. Down at, to take that back and forth to the grocery store, it was, you added all the groceries in there. It got a little bit heavy. But anyway, yes, you could probably use a garden cart and put that Motorola and the batteries and take it on the bus. Anyway, Frank F. who's number 2, and that's KJ6 and 1Q, Victor Hotel, Quebec. Very heavy-duty hex beam antenna that will handle 3.5 kW, just like the K4KIO hex beam is made up in New England. This one, it will be Carmichael Elks Lodge swap on Sunday at Bill. Look at it and talk to him about it at the Carmichael Elks Lodge swap. And he will also have with him a Comet vertical antenna. He will have the Comet jump, and that will be on a display also at the Carmichael Elks Lodge. Just bring 3. This one you can go pick it up if you want it. With the 6 Fox Golf India, that's Gary in the Sacramento, up in the North Highlands area. In charger to keep it all topped off, and a long rubber duck antenna, and a manual, of course. And Gary would like $75 for that package. And this is a pickup item at Gary's place. And you can call him at 916-344-7571. Again, 916-344-7571. And a quick roundup of all the announcements. Remember, the Fresno Amateur Radio Club will be having their swap down in Fresno. And we talked about that. And for more details, you can go to Whiskey 6 Tango Oscar.com. And that'll be Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And 2990 Phillips Street, I believe, in Fresno.
2944.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, Frank is there, and Frank knew that. Anyway, 44 Phillips Street in Fresno. Didn't write it down, just had to remember it. So that's what happens when you try to remember. But at 6 a.m., $10 per space. And if you want more information, talk to John, KJ6JD, our good friend, John, at 916-616-9980. And you can ask him what makes the world go around. And he'll tell you the Carmichael Elks Lodge swap, as well as other philosophical issues that you may wish to discuss with him. On Saturday, June 1st, is the N6ICW Radio Ranch in Minden, Nevada. That's a swap on Brad's property in Minden. You can bring your mobile home or trailer, park it on his property overnight, and that's completely free, or stay at a hotel in Minden. That's going to be coming up. And also this next weekend, well, not next, the 30th, 31st, 1st, and 2nd in Seaside, Oregon, CPAC Amateur Radio get-together. And you can go to CPAC, I believe that's the ORG website. And let's see, Frank, you had said something about the 8th, and I forgot. Of course, those famous words, I forgot. What was on the
On the 8th is Johnny Vegas, KF6VYH's celebration of life from 12 to 4 ish. Contact me for more information. I'm not giving his number out over the air, well, the number for the contact. I'm not giving that out over the air. Uh, Email's fine. I'm good on QRs at Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey.
Sure. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, and if you knew Johnny, he always used to run around with his camera everywhere. He was a big shutterbug, great guy, and of course we those individuals that made up the amateur radio years. So they're all looking down on us, saying, "Be careful, we may have to attend that Carmichael swap. Be careful." So if you see something disappear from your table, I wonder who took it, and I wonder where they went. Anyway, but in all due respect, we do remember all of the good friends we've had. So get out to Carmichael and all the other swaps and enjoy the friendships that you've made over the years while we still can, and remember the ones that we did have. So with that, anybody else with any other comments for the net before we close?
I will say this real quick, Armand, because, I got it once in a while. If you're just now tuning across this and wondering what it is, well, it's the Markow Swap, and you can go back and re-listen/watch my ugly mug, according to some, but pretty mug according to a lot more people, take care of business on the back end here. If you look at my call sign, KG6 and Elda, yeah, that's Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey, on YouTube, Twitch, X, YouTube/X, whatever you want to call it now, and more. Just put it into your favorite social media, and you'll find me, and you can, especially on YouTube, you can go back and rewatch any NorCal Swap live stream that you may have missed out on.
Yeah, and Donald Trump, he's not the only guy on YouTube. We're there as well. And, maybe next to a swap he had in the South Bronx, a great rally as well. Anyway, everybody have a great week, a great Memorial Day.
Sure. If you want a graphic to leave with, your garden carty that you were talking about, as a remote.
Yes.
Okay, you got to get this picture. So I'm in the shop and I'm checking out a Motrack, because that's what I do. I got a Motrack. It's got a 4-channel head. And, because the shop's down there in North Sacramento, there's always an abundance of shopping carts to wander around with. And somebody's calling me. Anyway, in a nutshell, I take that Motrack and I put that Motrack in a shopping with a 12-volt battery, and then I took a piece of 10-foot EMT, a 10-foot stick of EMT, strapped it to the shopping cart, put a Ringo Ranger, a UHF, on top of that, and set out on the streets of North Sacramento with a UHF mobile that was perfect for the streets of North Sacramento, if you know what I mean. I'll see you guys out there at Carmichael on Sunday morning. KJ6JD with a graphic from the past.
Yeah, okay, John. Yes, that is a portable radio station. Very good. And good luck Sunday. And when you see John, tell him the NorCal Swap sent you, and he'll charge you an extra $10. Anyway, good luck Sunday, John. And we're hoping that it'll be a resounding success. KJ6JD, WB2ZEI. All right, folks, I think that'll do it for this evening. Again, everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy all the swaps coming up. Bring your stories back to the NorCal Swap so we can swap some stories and talk about all the great deals that some got and some missed. And we'll do it all again next Thursday right here on 147, 195, N6ICW, courtesy of Uncle Chris. So WB2ZEI, clear and shutting down edition number 21 of the Northern California Swap for this Thursday, May 23rd at 0428 UTC. Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Good night from Cyberland, Armand. We'll catch you next week as well. Same time, same happy place.
Yippee! WB2ZEI.
Good night, Armand from Auckland.
And with that, oh look, bow tie changed colors. Now it's black. Actually, no, it is green, and you'll see it towards the beginning of the swap if you go back on Team Replay. For those that watched live tonight, I want to thank everybody that watched live. For those that are watching this on Team Replay, thank you for sticking around. It really helps out, and it's really important. I'm going to jump over a couple things here real quick once I turn that off. There we go. So, as we discussed on the live stream, in the SwapNet, John, KF6VYH's Celebration of Life will be Saturday, June 8th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Contact me. Leave a comment below with contact information or look me up on QRZ. I am good there on QRZ for the information. I am not giving that out over the airwaves or the live stream. That has to come separate because it's a separate RSVP. I am at 326 subs. That rolled over at the beginning of the swap live stream tonight. And I would absolutely love it if you haven't subbed. Why not? I mean, I hope you liked this. I mean, it was a great stream as far as I'm concerned, but that's just me. It's up to you guys, the viewers, to bump that number way over there up. And I'm trying to hit 500 by the end of June. And the most important part, as I leave you this evening, if you missed the beginning of this live stream, go back and re-listen to the very, very wise and polite, because it was polite words that I spoke this evening, because a very, very important thing to discuss. Until next time, same place, same time, next week, 0300 UTC or thereabouts. I'll say 73, and we'll